right, man, let's talk about Navarrete and Oscar Valdez. Navarrete got the unanimous decision. I thought he might score a late knockout. It almost got to that. Um, but thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, check out the fight review playlist. Um, you know, a lot of people had it. A lot of people was rolling with Valdez or said it could have went either way. Um, y'all need to start pushing these content creators who try to, come in here after the fight and try to play both sides. Y'all need to be pushing them to pick a winner and do prediction videos. Because everybody want to say, well, I'm undefeated in predictions, or, I didn't pick a winner, but I knew it was a possibility. Like, nah, nigga, pick a winner. If y'all gonna cover a fight after the fight, cover it before the fight too and pick a winner before the fight. That shit irks my nerves. All these niggas don't never want to tell you how somebody gonna win, but then again, y'all don't be caring about that shit. So I get it. I absolutely get it because y'all don't care about the real shit that's going on in boxing. I absolutely get it. So no harm, no foul, I would guess. But yeah, round one, Navarrete came out and just outworked Valdez. And Valdez came back out, didn't allow Navarrete to outwork him. I thought Navarrete did the better work. He won 116, 112, 118, 110 was a little wild, 119, 109. The last two cards was a little bit wild, but then again, you got to remember that Valdez that's his backyard. That's his backyard. So I mean, hey, but thing about the fight was Valdez left hook was getting, he caught Navarrete a couple times. Navarrete was able to take some good shots. Excuse me. But the difference was Navarrete defense was a little bit more tight than it usually was for this fight. And a lot of times they was calling the left hook for Navarrete and he was catching it. He was catching it. He was catching the left hook. He was rolling it. He was catching it. His defense was a little bit tighter, and Valdez couldn't handle the awkward angles of the uppercut and how his punches was coming. He was mixing in good awkward looping shots with good straight shots. I'm talking about Navarrete while punching Valdez. And, his shots at Valdez couldn't defend him. I felt that Valdez did a better job when he came forward, and he should have been utilizing his jab. He landed some really good counters here and there, but Navarrete held the phone on a lot of them left hooks he was throwing, and that was the difference. It's something left hooks that he did throw, like the one he threw in the second and the fifth round. When he did throw them, he took them. Now that one in the second round he threw, like Timothy Bradley said, had he would have turned that shot over, he probably would at least dropped Emanuel Navarrete. But like I said in the prediction video, Navarrete was too big, too strong, too rangy for Oscar Valdez. Valdez wasn't gonna win on the outside last night. There was too much distance between him and Navarrete for him to win on the outside. So if he was gonna win on the outside, it was gonna be him darting in and out. You know what I'm saying? That's what it was gonna be. It's gonna be him darting in and out. And Navarrete was using the ropes to leverage him and bounce back up and throw awkward shots. You know what I'm saying? So he was doing all types of stuff. And like I said before, that's a tough guy to prepare for. That's a very tough guy to prepare for. He awkward. And Fotex was in a Discord hating on Navarrete the whole night. You would think Navarrete was down 119, 109. He was hating the whole night in Discord. He must have lost some money. He was talking about draw. I'm like, that shit wasn't no draw. He was hating the whole night in the Discord, Fotex. I don't know what Fotex had against Navarrete, but he was hating the whole night. But nonetheless, and what it came down to was Valdez his one punch counter punches wasn't enough. it seemed like he did better when he stalked Navarrete and pushed him back. But Navarrete was able to, he was bouncing off the ropes, throwing awkward shots. He was on this drunken master shit like he was Emanuel Augusta, and Navarrete couldn't. He couldn't see the punches. He didn't know what angle them punches was coming from. He didn't know what angle them punches was coming from. And when you got an awkward fighter, the best thing you can do is utilize the jab. Use that jab, so when he jump in, he got something to think about. But Valdez was at a reach disadvantage, so it was gonna be hard if he wasn't pressing. If he wasn't pressing Valdez backwards, Navarrete backwards, he was at a disadvantage unless Navarrete overcommitted and gave him a target to hit. So that was a huge difference as well too. But I just figured that Navarrete, it was a close fight. But I figured Navarrete was going, he not fighting a no-name opponent. I figured he would get up for this fight. Valdez been through some wars. People forgot Valdez popped hot as well too. People forgot all that shit. People will be quick to forget about the guys who popped hot, but they seem to want to kind of press the guys who popped hot. If that make any type of sense. Who hasn't popped hot? Excuse. They want to press the guys who ain't popped hot that they assume that's hot. But I just think Valdez fought the fight at the wrong range. But that's easier said than done. He was counting on that one left hook, and Navarrete know. If you look at it, Navarrete held the phone and rolled a lot of them left hooks. That's why his face don't look like Valdez's fucking face. And had that fight been a little bit longer, he would have knocked Valdez the fuck out. Because he was hurting Valdez at the end of that 12th round too. And the difference was Navarrete wasn't loading up on his shots. That's the difference. Navarrete wasn't loading up on his work. Navarrete was just throwing the shots and letting them flow. Valdez was trying to load up on them left hooks, and a couple of them left hooks, he should have turned them over a lot better. And even if he did turn him over, Navarrete just seemed to be the fresher, more durable fighter. And that's simple as that. So it ain't really nothing that he can really say about it. Now, Valdez, you get on the inside and you the shorter fighter, you gotta look at what Gary Russell be doing. When Gary Russell walk people down with them T-Rex arms, he lets punches flow. He throwing combinations and bunches. That's the difference. He throwing combinations and bunches. Valdez was looking for one left hook. He wasn't coming back. That's what Navarrete was doing. He throw uppercut, come back with a right, come back with a left. You know what I'm saying? Navarrete was throwing punches and bunches. That's why he outlanded Valdez. Valdez might have been the more accurate fighter in there, but he didn't move his hands enough. He didn't move his hands enough. He didn't move his hands enough. He needed to use his jab a lot more. And he was trying to look for one big counter shot. He thought because what Liam Wilson did, he could replicate that. And that's the worst thing you can do in boxing today. And just say, well, he hurt him, and I think I can hurt him. And that's what Earl Spence and Derrick James were trying to say about Terrence Crawford getting Bull hurt him. And you got to understand, if you making a weight that you at a lower weight, you trying to make a weight that you ain't supposed to be at. That's, come on. That's what people got to understand, bro. That's a different weight class. Guys move up in weight, they get stronger. They get stronger. And they was banking on his last performance, and these dudes get up and they fight towards they fight up and down to their competition. But Valdez, don't forget, Valdez popped hot and still was allowed to fight. So in a way, he a piece of shit anyway. He's a piece of shit. And I like Valdez coming up, but that was some whole shit. I ain't forget that. I ain't forget that. Y'all did. Y'all always forgetting shit like that. Always. Valdez's best weight was at featherweight. You know, he struggled with Shakur Stevenson length. He struggled with Shakur Stevenson's height and size. Valdez, Alvin Navarrete just as big. And he like getting hurt. When he get hurt, he fight better. But I thought it would be more competitive than this. Honestly. I thought it would be more competitive. You know, and it wasn't like it wasn't competitive, but I thought it would be, you know, 115, 113 more type of fight. Some people have it that way. Some people, like Fotex, who lost all his money on Oscar Valdez last night, was claiming it was a draw. And he was in the Discord hating tough, boy. He was in there hating tough. He was hating tough. But yeah, let me know what you girls and guys think. Shout out to Navarrete. I'll talk about maybe what he should do moving forward in another video. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. And the subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop video. Financially, you want to support the channel. Cash App, $ CJ Good 313. Venmo CJ Good 313. PayPal link in the description. Like I said, you can find me everywhere on Linktree, from Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and much more. Peace.